Hello, my name is Latricia, or you can just call me Tricia for short. On this channel, I will be diving into topics surrounding motherhood, self-discovery, and just ways to become your best self. If you're a new mom and looking for ways to rediscover yourself and also may be interested in building the dream life that you have for you and your children, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I would so love for you to be a part of the conversation. It's very important that you go ahead and turn on your post notifications so that you get notified every time I post a new piece of information here for you. I definitely appreciate you for stopping by to be a part of today's conversation. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to jump off the conversation, I felt like it'll only be right for me to tell you a little bit about me. So like I already said, my name is Latricia and I am a mother of two. I am a single mother of two. I have two girls, one age 17 and the other age 9. And I definitely understand 100% how tough it can be to raise kids, okay? Especially when you are doing pretty much everything alone. So because I have had this experience, like I said, my oldest is 17, I know all too well of the struggles of motherhood, especially when you're kind of raising them alone. I currently still work a 9-to-5 job. I work a very demanding 9-to-5 job. I travel about an hour and a half each way to and from work every day, Monday through Friday. I am the person that is responsible for grocery shopping. I am the one responsible for cooking food. I am the one responsible for just taking care of the house in general. Of course, my kids have chores, but overall, you still have to take care of your house because kids won't do it the way you will. It's gonna take them a little minute to get there. But all the primary responsibilities are on me. All the finances are pretty much on me. And that has created a lot of struggle, and that has created a lot of extra focus on making sure that my children are taken care of. So with that being said, I think it's safe to say for a long time, I'm like, I don't know who I am. You know, I'm their mom. So if anybody would ask me what I do or tell, you know, those questions people ask, like, tell me about yourself. What is it that you do? The very first thing that we would normally do is start talking about our kids or talking about what we do with the kids or our day-to-day tasks. And it dawned on me, like, who am I outside of my kids? Like, who am I outside of being their mom? I love that role and that position so much. I take it to heart. I absolutely adore being a mom. I feel like just being a mom is just a special thing all in itself. You know, you're responsible for these two little lives on this earth. I just want to do my best by them always. So I'm just very, very much involved in what I'm doing with them, trying to be very careful with them. And it caused me to not care about myself in a sense. You know, of course I care about myself, but I would always put myself on the back burner. I would always just put them first, whatever that meant. Whatever I was doing, whatever it meant, they come first. So I would always be like, oh, well, I'll do it once I do this with the kids, or I'll buy myself this once, you know, the kids have something. So it was like, you know, after a while, it's like, what do you actually like? What do you like to do? It's like you don't hang out with your friends. You're not, you know, social too much anymore. Everything you do involves the kids, decisions for your kids, or things that need to be done around your house. And it's like there is no time for you. That has what caused me so much heartache and pain, to be really, really honest. You just don't feel like there's time for you. There would be days when I could, you know, take a shower for longer than 15 minutes. And I'm like, woohoo, I get to stay in the shower a little bit longer, or take that long bath at nighttime or early in the morning, or just go to the store alone, or, you know, spending, you know, who knows how long you want in the store, not feeling rushed, not feeling obligated. Those kind of things, like the little things will make me so happy. Or, you know, mop the floor before anybody can step on it. It's like that little stuff. And it's like, okay, now when the kids are not here, what is it that you do? You know, what is it that you like to do? So it was that kind of thing for me. It was like, okay, I don't have any idea of who I am. I have completely lost myself. I wasn't getting my hair done, my nails done, didn't care what I put on. I had gotten to a point where I was just like in sweatpants or pajamas or something. It's like I didn't have cute clothes anymore. I don't go anywhere anymore. And then I said, Tricia, that's not right. That's not fair. You deserve to be able to have some type of life too. You know, just because you are a mother don't mean. I heard somebody say, like, everything does not have to always be but, it can be and. So I I would say things like, I really need to buy me a new coat, for instance. But in my mind, I'm like, I need to buy me a coat, but they need X, Y, and Z. So I can't get my coat because they need to get X, Y, and Z. Or just, stuff like that. For example, I really want to go out with my friends, but I could probably take the kids to the park instead, right? So everything became about the kids, and it's like, I don't know who I am. And I think, to be honest again, I think it's because my kids are getting older, they're getting more independent now. And it's just like, who are you? Like, what are you gonna do when they're not around, or when they don't want to bother with you? Like, what do you do? So, which is why I kind of shifted my content, because I know that there are people out there like me. I know that there are moms out there like me, when their life is wrapped up in consuming their kids, and it's causing you a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of depression, maybe, because it's like there's no way out. And it's not even to say that we don't enjoy being parents. I would absolutely love my girls. I have such a hard time knowing that they're getting older and that at some point they're gonna leave me. But it does causes you a lot, because you want the best for them. So mentally, it could be taxing on you. It's like you just don't get to be you anymore. So I just thought that it would be a good idea for me to kind of reach out and help people that's maybe newer in the mom game, or just at the point that I'm at. It's like, okay, wait, I need to do something for myself, and I also need to do something that can enhance their lives. I began a coaching business with the focus on self-discovery, and it dawned on me like my best area of expertise, really, along with everything else that I do. So as I go through and I'm selecting clientele and things like that for my coaching practice, it dawned on me like the best thing that you can offer to somebody is a relatable experience, right? You got to be able to be on the same level with people. And I have been through so much stuff in my life to where it's like my purpose now is to help you. So I just wanted to go over real quick a couple things that you can probably do to jumpstart your self-discovery and just try to connect back to who you are. So I'm going to give you a couple of them now. Okay, so the very first thing that I think you can do that's really, really, really going to improve your day, eventually improve your just overall visual of how this thing called life is going to work, you're going to have to take some time for yourself. Now, to some of us, it's like, what? How? What you mean take time for myself? How does that happen? What does that happen? I know, sis, I know. Let me recommend something to you, because I was the same. I was in your shoes. Trust me. It's like, where I'm supposed to get time from? They got extra time for sale somewhere? I don't have the time. Like, I don't have the time. What I started to do is I started to create a very detailed plan for my day every day. And I will find those little gaps. Sometimes it's like, okay, it's 15 minutes over here. I got 10 minutes over here. I got 20 minutes over here. Instead of me scrolling on my phone, or instead of me watching TV, instead of me just doing something to kill time, I would actually take that time and let it gather, right? The 15 minutes, the 10 minutes, all these little breaks in the day, I would kind of move other things around to have a solid block of time, right? So even if it's just like 30 minutes, like I started off by just going to Starbucks. Like, I'm going to go to Starbucks and I'm not going through the drive-thru. I'm going to go to Starbucks and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to enjoy my coffee. Like, I'm not going to grab it and go, pick up the kids, do this, go to the store. I'm not doing that. I'm going to sit there and actually enjoy my coffee. And what I would do is that I could sit there and I can maybe read a book, or just something to just kind of relax myself just a little bit. You could take a walk in the park, or just take a walk down the street, or take yourself to Target, or go take yourself out to eat. Believe it or not, that's actually not as bad as it sounds. But whatever you decide to do, take some time for yourself. Even if it's just in the morning where you just stay in your room for an extra 30 minutes, just to be with yourself, like just to pay attention to yourself. I highly, highly recommend that you figure out time, because you deserve to have some time to yourself. Just something just for you, not something for the kids, not something for the boo thing, not something for the house, not something for the dog. Something just for you, something that you like, something that you want to do. You need to do that. Okay, so the next thing that I recommend is that you try something new. Step outside of your comfort zone. This one right here was also another thing that was hard for me, because I don't try new stuff. I am very much in the box. I like what I like, but try new stuff, which is how I know to tell you that going out to eat by yourself is not as bad as it seems. That was something that I just stepped out, like I'm gonna go out by myself, I'm going to sit here and have a meal. I'm not even gonna lie to you, in the beginning, it felt weird. It's like most people when they go out to eat, they're with somebody. So you sitting at a table all alone and you know people looking at you like, but don't care, like do not care. And to be honest, they probably don't care either. They probably didn't even know that you was by yourself in the first place, to be honest. But it's such a relaxing thing to just sit there and spend time with yourself. You pick out what you like. You ain't got to worry about nothing. That was a good thing for me. Like that was really a good thing. And the first time I did it, I'm just like, okay, this is weird. But when I got ready to leave, I felt so much better. For one, I was proud of myself. Like you actually did something that you wanted to do. Like you actually did something that you wanted to do. And it was solely just for me. And it was comforting. It was quiet. No noise from anywhere or anything. It was just me. Like me enjoying a good meal. So whatever you want to do, just try something new. Try something different. Okay, another thing that's helping me to rediscover just who Trisha is I took a moment to stop and just kind of reflect on what my values and my beliefs are. So by taking the time to just reflect on, those things, it's helping me understand the things that I feel are important to me. It just helps me to have the clarity that I would need. And it honestly it helps me to stay grounded. Okay, this is what I believe. This is what I value. Right? That keeps you grounded as a person. So when you know these things, it guides your decisions. It guides how you act, how you interact. What I've learned too is once I started to attach myself back to the things that I value and I believe, a lot of things became like not relevant to me. Like for instance, like I just believe in positivity always, right? So if I am around somebody and they're anything less than that, it's an automatic turn off to me because my values and my beliefs don't align with somebody who's constantly judging, somebody who's constantly downplaying somebody who's constantly looking to scheme, or that's not who I am. So I have to disconnect from all that stuff. So it's only when you go back and you reflect on your values and you see like, okay, this is the type of person that I am. This is who I believe I am to be. This is what I believe in. It makes it easier to disconnect from all of that extra noise in your life and just give you real clarity. I think that was a piece that I was missing because instead of me valuing the things that I believe to be true or things like that for me and just valuing me as a person, because I was always looking at, I'll think about me last, or I kind of don't necessarily like this or don't want to be in this situation, but it's what I'm gonna do because what else I'm gonna do, right? I just need to do something because in this moment I'm just high stressed and I need to take a break from momhood right now, so I'm gonna go connect with something else. But once you ground it and you value everything, to me, to be honest, I found myself feeling so much better being alone, because it's I would rather be alone than to be around anybody who did not value me as a person or did not value my conversation or didn't just value my time or things like that. So once you start to reconnect with your values and your beliefs, you kind of move differently and things just start to feel better for you. Okay, another thing that you can do is you can actually connect with other moms. This was something that for me, this was kind of late for me, honest. I feel like I'm a very old school kind of mom, a very traditional kind of, and I just don't feel like it's not much of my type of mom that exists around me, not that I know of. So I'm just I don't want to connect with other moms. I don't want to go over there, have a good day. But then it's sometimes you will meet somebody new and it's oh, that's fresh. Or y'all can have outlets together and you can talk about experiences together. You can, have play dates with the kids, and it just kind of takes so much stuff off your plate. You got somebody to vent to that understands you, because you can vent to your boyfriend or your husband or whatever, but they may not necessarily understand what you're going through because they're not moms. right? They have a connection to the kids, but they're not moms. And it's sometimes it's easier. It makes you feel like you are not alone. You know, we can go through this together. The kids can hang out together. It gives them playtime. It gives us adult time. So it's pretty cool to hang out with other people that's in the same type of situation as you, because you can relax a little bit. You know, you can relax, you can support one another, you can learn from one another, just be able to, you know, share your experiences. One day they may be struggling with something, and just by you interacting with them, it can help them have a better day, and vice versa. So can find you a mom that's, you know, again, have the same values and beliefs as you. I mean, not even if they're not like exact, as long as they're along the same lines as you, then connect with somebody else. It'll be beneficial for you. Okay, last but not least, and this one I'm gonna tell you was a struggle for me for a very long time. Self-care. Self-care is a big deal, and to be honest, I couldn't even wrap my mind around the concept. It was always, I don't have time for that, or I don't have money for that, or, you know. But let me tell you, I'm going to be really, really honest. When you neglect self-care, like physically, mentally, you are not in a good space. Like, you're not in a good space. And I don't know if you've seen my previous videos. If you haven't, go back. Mentally, it's like, I don't have time for me. I don't have time for me. I don't have time for me. You're not taking care of your mind. You're not taking care of your body. Like, I started to feel like, okay, well, I can't go get my nails done because I braid my girl's hair, and there's no point of me going to get my nails done because it takes me so much longer to get their hair done, and it's not as neat. So I'm not doing that, right? I want to go get my hair done, but dang, that's going to take me, you know, a few hours to do that. And then I still got to cook. I still got to clean. I still got to do all this stuff. And then it's going to cost me money. So I don't know if I want to do that either. So I'm going to just do it myself. And then your hair end up in a bun on top of your head all week. But no, serious stuff like that, I would do that to myself. And what I was eventually doing was, I was doing so much depriving of myself. I started not to like me. Like, I don't like how I look. I don't want to look in the mirror. Why can't I look like this? Like, I gained so much weight. What? Like, I did not like myself. And because I didn't like myself, it started to mess with my mental. It started to, like, little things started to irritate me and be like, well, this is your fault because you need to figure out how to do X, Y, and Z. You need to do X, Y, and Z right now. You have to take care of yourself. Like, you cannot take care of somebody else if you can't take care of yourself. And I've known that for so long, but it's just different when you feel like the world is on your shoulders and you have to make sure everything is taken care of, and you are okay with putting yourself on the back burner. That's where I lived for years. Like, I could be here, or I want to have this plan in my head of how I want things to go, and then it don't go like that. And I'm like, this is why I don't make plans. I'm not worthy of that. That's how I felt. Don't do like me. Like, I'm just now getting back in the groove of no. The first hour of the day belongs to you. This is your time. The kids are fine. The dog is fine. The guy is fine. The house is fine. The job is fine. Everything is okay. This is what you need to do for you. So an hour out of the day, out of the whole day, whether you want to take a whole hour altogether, or you want to take 15 minutes over here, 30 minutes over here. You know, with my schedule being as busy as it is, I will do things like, okay, I got 20 minutes before I got to pick up my daughter from school. So in those 20 minutes, okay, I'm going to sit here and read a little bit. Okay, well, I got an hour before I have to do, have dinner ready. So, okay, in that hour, I'm going to sit back and relax. You know, I'm going to put my feet up. I'm going to do something that I like. I'm going to, most of the time now, I just read, to be honest. I just read. I read a lot of self-help books because that's what keeps me going. That's what motivates me. That's what fuels my fire. Okay? Get you a routine, figure it out, figure out what it is that you feel like you're lacking, and figure out how you can fit that kind of stuff in. Get your hair done, get your nails done, because I'm going to tell you, the littlest things make you feel so much better. And when you feel better, you start to do better. So go ahead and build in some good routines for yourself. And then I'll also be doing routines and things like that on this channel, that to be able to help you or show you some options that you may not even know is available to you. I'm like, where do I start? I don't know what to do. So I'll be doing stuff like that on this channel as well. But those are 5 quick things that you can do to start to help you figure out who you are outside of your kids. Because again, since you are more than just a mother, you have a purpose, you have a calling. And even if that is to be a mom, you still can be a person. You are your own individual person. So I highly, highly recommend that you stop to think about yourself and just do the best that you can for yourself. If you found this video helpful at all, I would very much appreciate if you go ahead and hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and make sure you do that. I will be coming back with more information for you. I appreciate you. I thank you. I will see you in the next one.